Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you are having a wonderful day, and I just wanted to take the time to talk about why I think Tactics Ogre Reborn is one of the definitive SRPGs in existence, why it's just so good, what makes it great, why it's just fun, and what a lot of modern games are lacking because of that. A lot of modern games in the genre just don't have what this game has, and I just want to kind of talk about it and ramble a little bit and just gush about the game, So, one of the main things that I really enjoy about the game that that I look for in a lot of games is I look for the length of a game. So many games nowadays, you buy the game, you got to get the season pass, you got the day one DLC, you got season pass 2, you got the battle pass. This is common in a lot of games, mostly shooters and PvP style games, but even, games as a service and all that. And the nice thing about this game, Tactics Ogre Reborn, is just the amount of content. Like, you look at it and, you play the game, and you do, like, the main story, right? And that'll probably take you 30 to 40 hours, depending on how good you are, how much farming you do, all that good stuff. And 30 to 40 hours, that's a respectable time for a game. That is a respectable length of time. And most people would be happy with that. They're like, I paid $50, got 30 to 40 hours, that's pretty good, and I can replay the routes and do, like, the different chaos, neutral, lawful. So that'll add even more time, and that's really neat, And you could probably get a little bit more time out of that. So just that alone outdoes a lot of games nowadays. Like some of the more modern Fire Emblem, other tactical games, strategy games that are out there. It outdoes a lot of them, which is really interesting. And then, when you take the time to think that there is this huge end game, this huge post game that you don't even comprehend unless you go look it up or the game or, that you can sink easily 100 hours into, and you got a game that just pays you back tenfold in value for time. And I feel very little games do that nowadays. Very little games give you, the value for your money, the time for your money, any of that stuff, and it's kind of sad, but number one, that is the major thing that I love about this game. Just the amount of content. The amount of time. Some people might not like that, but I mean, the longer a game is, the more you have to play it. But, like I said, some people like their games to be short and quick and move on to the next, which is fine. Now, another thing that is super great isn't just the length of the game and the amount of content, but the variety, how there's so many different classes, so many different units. They all play relatively different from one another. It's not like we got 5 different mage types, we got 5 different warrior types, we got 5 different ranged units. They all kind of have their own niche. They all kind of have their own play style. Yeah, some overlap here and there. But for the majority of the game, you will always be swapping out units, finding new ones, recruiting new ones, trying out new classes. It's super cool. There's 30 to 40, I think there's more than 40 classes in the game. Which is just insane to me, when you think about that. And not only that, but every class is useful. Yeah, I might say, some kind of are bad or meh or not so great, but that's just a personal opinion, and it's just an opinion of somebody that uses it and doesn't see the utility, or, some outclass others. But none of them are inherently just the worst, useless, never gonna be viable in the game, which a lot of games, they don't do that. They'll override their basic classes for more advanced or more specialized. You'll never use the basic ones ever again. If you want to, you can use a warrior from level 1 to level 50. You can use a knight from level 1 to level 50, a rune fencer, a wizard. These are classes you get right at the start of the game, and they are viable up till the end game. Yeah, there might be some classes that kind of do more things a little bit better, but it's never like, well, I'm at a disadvantage because I'm using this, generally. And that's another huge thing that I love about the game, and I think it does really well, and I also think this game does difficulty really well. Because if you've never played Tactics Ogre, which there's a lot of new people that came to this game, let me tell you, that 4th or 5th battle where you fight the Necromancer, in Chapter 1, and he keeps summoning minions and everything, there have been a lot of posts, and people that I've seen complaining about that and being like, how do I beat this guy? What's going on? So this game isn't easy, especially to a new player. Sure, once you get your party going and get a feel for battle and get a good team comp, it becomes a little more doable. But other than that, I mean, the game provides a challenge. It's fun. You're always feeling like you're progressing and gaining stuff. And overall, it's amazing. I wish more games were made like this, especially in the SRPG genre. And Fire Emblem's done pretty good. Fire Emblem's maintained its uniqueness throughout most of the time. Even the newer ones coming, with Engage coming out and just the 3 houses and stuff, they've been relatively pretty good. I mean, there's some things hit and miss, but I would be really curious to see where Tactics Ogre goes from here. I really want to know the sales and how well this performed. I would love to see other ones remaked, maybe go 2 different directions, do a remake of like Ogre Battle, and then maybe make a sequel to this or something. I don't know, but I just kind of wanted to ramble a little bit and tell you things that I really enjoy about the game and things that I think make it very valuable to a person. And you're going to get your money's worth with the things I mentioned: game length, variety, the challenge. It's all there, and if you're looking for that in a game, you can't go wrong with Tactics Ogre Reborn. I just want to thank you guys for all your support, tuning into the video and watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. And if you have any questions or comments, what do you think? What makes Tactics Ogre great to you? Why do you play this game? What draws you to it? What keeps you going? Let me know down below. I appreciate it, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Later. Peace, guys.